Hey guys, VicHD here. Welcome to another episode of Steamy Specials. This is a segment that's dedicated to indie games that are available on Steam, as well as other multi-platform consoles. This time around, this is going to be a little interesting. On behalf of Retro Style Games, let's take a deep dive, no pun intended, into this game called Ocean Keeper Dome Survival. Now, this is actually a review request on behalf of the people at Retro Style Games. They asked me to do a quick review here for the game. This is from a studio that's located in Ukraine, of all places, believe it or not. And it looks really interesting. I'm looking at the Steam store profile, and it says here's the description. Explore dungeons, fight hordes of monsters, and survive on a huge map. This is Ocean Keeper, an action roguelike with tower defense elements. Mine resources in caves, customize your mech spider, and upgrade different weapons and face dangerous bosses that won't leave you a chance. When I got an email from the developers, they compared it a little bit to Vampire Survivor in a way, but this has more exploration mechanics. What I'm understanding here from the trailer itself. Of course, you start off with the main character in an aquatic suit, submarine suit. And you're just trying to figure out what's going on here, and you're just being introduced to this little robot character that's telling you what to do. So this is a deep sea roguelike. This is very fascinating. So, okay, let's start with the basics. We use the L button to move around. Let's see, that's the L stick. The R stick, just to change the camera overall. Sorry if my controller feels a little finicky. But yeah, it's just to point around the radar, so to speak. So we go here to the first area. Press A to dig down. So it's part roguelike. I wouldn't really call it a collectathon because you do have to collect elements here, possibly for potential upgrades afterwards. Drilling is pretty straightforward. You just have to move to the wall and it just drills automatically, so you don't have to press any buttons. As for collecting items here on the floor, you have to press R to pick up the ore, L to drop it, so you kind of hook them up. I don't know what's the limit overall. Head to the surface. Okay, all the resources you collect and bring back will be stored inside the mech. Let's implement the first upgrade. Open the upgrades menu by pressing the minus button. On the left, you can select a module to upgrade. In the middle, you can choose a specific module upgrade. And on the right, you can see a description on the selected upgrade. Okay, so on the left, I have a machine gun. And these are the other upgrades that I can currently afford at the moment. So the top three are the ones that I can technically purchase at the moment. Let's go with rapid fire. I am using the Switch version because I wanted to test out the overall performance on the console. I could have gotten this on Steam, but I wanted to get this thing mostly on the Switch. Not just for performance overall, but because I want to expand my Switch library. Let's see. Move to the cave exit and press the button to enter the mech. Find another cave to get more resources. You eventually get upgrades along the way. Now, have I played roguelikes before? Yes, I've played a few of them so far. I played does Vampire Survivor count in this case? I think it does. I've also played 20XX. I've been hooked on 20XX because that was like a Mega Man clone, and that's amazing. An amazing roguelike, very challenging. Binding of Isaac, also played that a couple of years. I've also played, I think, VicHD's. That's another one. I think Dead Cells, I don't really have that one yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But overall, roguelikes is one of those genres that's really expanding, in my opinion. So here, aside from collecting the blue gems, we have to collect this orb here. Pick up the artifact and bring it to the cave exit, unlock a new module. Okay, here's some upgrades. Either the auto rocket gun, the sniper rifle, jamming missile launcher. Let's go to the auto rocket gun. Relics contain weapons, chips, and upgrades. Use them to progress as far as you can. Move to the cave exit and press the button to enter the mech. So it's just collecting items for future upgrades. Monsters will enter your area soon, so keep an eye on the timer. Oh boy. Use R to aim. Okay, so it auto-fires. Okay. Alright, so since you just aim with the right stick, it auto-fires based on your range here. Okay, so far so good. So I guess I have to continue exploring the other caves. Let's dive right in. There's gotta be something else. Maybe I missed something. Eh, sorta. Anything else out here? Once you're finished exploring all the necessary parts, just move on to the next one. Yeah, let's continue where we left off. Timer. I'm guessing the timer is going to inform me about other monsters that come my way. At least drilling is pretty simple and straightforward. Yikes! Wave 2. Gotta aim. Ow, 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 ow. I'm being attacked here. I'm being mauled by another fish. Oh, that didn't go as expected, but kind of caught me off guard. Let's see, what do we have here? The controls are pretty simple. The gameplay is one of those things you have to adapt to as time goes on. I find it fascinating that this game is developed by a studio located in Ukraine. I never would have expected like this game to come from that part of Europe. Go figure. Uh-oh, wave 3. I'll pick this one up too for an upgrade. Come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. There's stuff going on. Let's go for the rapid fire. What's going on? Oh, shoot. I see what the gameplay's all about now. It's about protecting your mech before being attacked by hordes of fish and other aquatic monsters that might destroy your... So let's try this one again. Jigger, you've been out of contact for a while. How's the search for the artifact going? I'm still searching. I see your mech is pretty battered. Hold on. Now I get it. The first dive didn't go well, did it? Something like that. Dives aren't always easy. I'm sending you some oceanite. I guess that must be the blue orbs or something? I don't know. Enough for a couple of... let's see. Just for you, I've created a private hub with everything you need for modifications. Think of it as an investment. You're generous. Just practical. A dead mercenary is no use to me, so use my generosity wisely. Alright, so we got some potential upgrades. Here you can equip new upgrades for the mech. Upgrades can be purchased with oceanite. Oh, that's the currency. Purchase a slot for an automatic weapon. There are slots for automatic weapons. You can install them on your mech during a session. The more slots you unlock, the more automatic weapons you can equip. Gotcha. This is the selection that contains the main weapon. You can equip only one main weapon for the landing. Okay. I might have skipped a few things here, but I kind of get the gist of it. Yeah, you just have to beef up your mech so it could fight off other monsters and like underwater while you're mining. And it's kind of like the whole roguelike concept where you have to constantly buff up yourself and try to survive as much as possible with every upgrade that you get. So I can kind of see the gist of it based on Vampire Survivors alone, because I have played that previously. I've actually reviewed that, and I actually own that game on Steam too. It's a pretty good game, by the way. I've gotten so deep into indies, it's just crazy. I mean, indies are freaking killing it right now. I love the indie culture. Okay, let's continue mining to see what else we got. Right, so in 20 seconds I'm going to get attacked by a horde of underwater creatures. I gotta see if I can still mine or anything else. Okay, 5 seconds remaining. Brace yourselves. Okay, where's wave 1? Alright, so that's how you're supposed to play it. Okay, so you have a minute to get back in there. So it's mine, collect, attack. Mine, collect, attack. That's the whole procedure. And right, the more you collect, the slower you ascend. So you got to be very. Oh, I thought they came off. They were collected. Imagine how frustrating if they just come off. Another schoolfish. Yeah, they pack a punch, all right. Jeez. Okay, that wave has been diminished. Mac, take a look here. Something's blinking. Little girl. Dear Diary, today they sent us home early again. Dad says it's because what? They showed huge machines being lowered into the water on TV. My teacher said they would help heal the planet. Yesterday I saw strange lights in the ocean. Mom won't let me walk near the beach. She says the water has become dangerous. Okay, a little girl's video diary. Jimmy from next door says his brother saw a glowing fish the size of a bus. I don't believe him, but P.S. We're moving out tomorrow. Mom cries when she thinks I'm not looking. I hid my favorite doll. Maybe when everything gets better, I'll come back for her. A warning of things to come, I guess. Let's try to carry 5 at a time. Because the more I carry, the heavier the load. Which means it'll get harder for me to carry them all. So. Right, with the L1 button, if we're talking PlayStation terms, that's how you equip all the gems. So the R1 button for the gems, and the L1 button to release them. So we're talking shoulder buttons here. Okay, wave 3, where are they coming at? Whoa, from all 3 directions. Oh. Roguelikes are notorious for being stupidly hard. Yes, a challenge is one thing, but sometimes it can get a little cheap in the best way possible. Binding of Isaac. I played 20XX recently. That's a really good one that's based on Mega Man. I did play Vampire Survivor in the past. I have Hades as well. I played that one on Steam. Really good games. And overall, I think the indie games today, they're really killing it. I mean, they are on fire. I mean, it does have a bit of a story element to it, probably warning me about the dangers you could be. Okay, so the digger itself also has other skills, not just the mech. Interesting. Skills are activated by pressing the button, then they go on holding. So aside from a drill, I now have a bomb. In the event that I probably find any other monsters while digging in the caves, perhaps. It's a learning process. Roguelikes always have a steep learning curve. Like the first few tries are going to be easy, then the next ones are just going to overwhelm you like really quickly. That's just part of the challenge. I do like the presentation. Gameplay does take a little bit of getting used to. Making a roguelike that's like underwater. Never really seen anything like this before. Here comes the first wave. Coming from. Ouch, 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 ouch. They really catch you off guard. So I need to continue drilling for more gems in order to get more upgrades. So I gotta work fast. I think it's probably best to go 3 at a time for now. Now remember, this game is also available on Steam. It's available on PlayStation 5. Not sure if it's available right now on Xbox. You have to check. But normally multi-platforms are usually available on a lot of home consoles. PC included. Head up, head up. Shoot, 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 shoot. They just don't give you time. Let's try this again. Oof. I've seen other roguelikes that do the same mechanic of like offering, let's say, a consolation of sorts. Like a little extra currency for the next playthrough. Maybe that'll help you iron out a few things as time goes on. But you do feel that sense of urgency. Like you're trying to collect things and at the same time you're trying not to... You're trying to defend yourself. So there is a tower defense element to this. Overall, my first impression, I like the atmosphere of it, the presentation, controls. Very easy to pick up and play. Gameplay is something that does take some getting used to. I've been enjoying my time with it. Sometimes the difficulty can be a little rough. Oh! But roguelikes usually consist of like trying to survive as best as you can. And try to make the best of things. Now I'm wondering if you'll probably find like a lot of obscure, let's say, shipwrecks or maybe like something else that sank under the ocean. Like imagine how dark it would have been if you actually sees like some wreckages. Aside from like shipwreckages, maybe like planes or something like underwater. That would be really dark. I'm gonna have to boost the speed in the next run because this thing is just... Yikes. Ah! Whew. The game is rough. The game is very rough. This is for those players that love a challenge. Now when it comes to video games, underwater levels are notorious for being very difficult. Maybe this just adds to the difficulty. So, we'll see. Is there anything else that I can collect outside? Yeah, I guess it would be best to like shield yourself with some of the obstacles that are open. Let's say if there are like some boulders or like underwater boulders or like ships that are blocking the paths for like the second swarm to... You could use them as shields to prevent them from attacking you, at least. So there is an element of strategy there. Okay, let's use the bomb. Let's see. That'll help. It does help. Where's the next swarm coming from? Over here. And they just come from behind. Okay, using the rocks as shields, that helps. Sometimes elements have a cooldown period, so that bomb does require like 90 seconds of cooldown in order to be able to use it again. Okay, I found this, so I can use that for a weapon upgrade. Mega explosion. So the detonation charges. Try to shield yourself with one of the boulders or shipwreckages. Or shipwrecks, whatever. Okay, that helps. That helps blocked. Okay, much better. And these type of games never stay still. I'm not sure where they're coming from. Behind. We got rollers. Those jellyfish or squid? Oh boy. Ah, come on. Yeah, this can get really cheap really fast. It's typical of roguelikes. Sometimes there's that that difficulty curve that just goes like way up, like way fast. So at least you're given the opportunity to buff up your skills as time goes on. Performance-wise, the game does run really well, and I'm glad I picked it up for the Switch. I guess the only downside would be the loading times, but that's just part of the game overall. I mean, you just have to put up with loading times in any game right now. But as long as they're not like too long, that's fine. But overall, the game does have an addicting factor to it. Not gonna lie. Let's see, wave 1. Where are they coming from? Alright. I'll have to upgrade my guns later. Try to use the obstacles in your favor. Like, try to block them with as a makeshift shield when they attack you from one direction. Ow, 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 ow. Try to lure them into like one particular direction. Somehow prevent them from swarming you from like 3 or 4 different directions. Good, I can get an upgrade. Come on. Reflector, health, speed boost. Let's go health. This game does have a challenge to it, but you really have to know your way around, and the game really tests your patience. I mean, typical of roguelikes, they get ridiculously hard, ridiculously fast, and you just have to somehow adapt to the difficulty as best as possible. Otherwise, you're going to have a rough time. But I really recommend this game overall. This is my way of supporting the indies. So support this game. Holy crud. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I have to keep the language at a minimum here, so trying to keep things family friendly. There we go. Wave 3 diminished. I'm a little concerned about my my overall health in the game. Not sure how long I'll be able to survive. But I do have to use the scenery to my advantage. Ah. I'm being swarmed. Holy. Okay, I'm triggered. I gotta... I have to do this again. Roguelikes are hard, period. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. You just have to know your way around it. It just takes a lot of skill. It's like what many people would usually say, like, get good, bro. And you have to get good in this type of game. Fight the swarm. Where are they coming from? Down here. Okay, the yellow ring that appears implies that there's still items left over. So if the yellow ring disappears, that means you collected all the necessary items in the underwater cave. Where the heavier the load, the harder it is for you to reach the back to the ship. Where could it be coming from? Up here. Ah. I gotta upgrade my machine gun. I really do. Alright. I'll take that, thank you. Weapons launching rockets. Let's take that. No, the drilling part can probably be the most tedious part, but that's just part of the grinding. One thing I've noticed is that oxygen doesn't exactly play a factor in this game, which would have been even more challenging and more stressful. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Barely survived that one. Well, right now the initial drawbacks, it's the cooldown periods that you only have like a certain amount of time for a certain item to be reused again. But I'm guessing as time goes on, you eventually get upgrades where the cooldown feature usually takes less and less. Like the bombs right now take what, 90 seconds, and probably with upgrades it'll probably take maybe 60. And just reduce it as time goes on. In theory. But I get the gist of it. Wave 4, where's it coming from? Yeah, when it's I got cornered. Crud. Yeah, I can see the element of Vampire Survivor right there. It can get a little tedious, but when you're really engaged in the game, that's just how it is. Like stage 1 drilling, stage 2 collecting, and the other one is just tower defense, and you just have to protect yourself from the horde of aquatic monsters that keep coming your way. They do seem to struggle a lot, like with wave 3. It's like I'm lucky to even reach wave 4 at the moment. That just requires a lot of time and skill to master this game. So it's easy to pick up and play, and it's also very difficult to master. something else here. This one could be important. Day 67, reactor number 3 is showing abnormal readings. Instead of stabilizing the climate, it's creating localized atmospheric pressure zones. My colleagues suggest boosting the other reactor's power. I'm against it. It would throw the entire system out of balance. Day 89, our worst fears have been confirmed. Now we have 5 independent climate impact points operating without coordination. Unnatural weather phenomena have appeared. The ocean is changing. Something unexplainable is happening to marine life. Day 114, they didn't listen. The reactors have created a self-sustaining system of climate anomalies. Now it's impossible to stop the process. Leaving these records in hope that someone will find a way to fix what we have done. Adding more to the lore. An underwater experiment gone horribly wrong, from my understanding. I'd make a joke being underwater, but I probably wouldn't handle the pressure. Sorry. So checking out the other buttons. Let's see. R2 is the trigger. Or ZR, if you will. You can actually shoot with ZR here. Gives me that other option. I just get so overwhelmed in the third wave. Overwhelmed and cornered. Oh. Oh, no, you don't. I find it fascinating how, like, the deep sea is still most of the deep sea around the world is still unexplored due to various factors. When I think of, let's say, underwater exploration, I just think of, like, exploring tragedies. Let's say, like, sinking ships at the Titanic, or the most recent ones, like the Malaysia Airlines plane. You know, there's so many things that are just hidden in the sea. It's just, there's so much we don't know about the sea that, honestly, there needs to be more push for scientists to discover other parts that we've never visited before. And I do hope that someday the Malaysian Airlines plane is discovered, because that is a very fascinating story. It's crazy to think that it's been over 10 years and that Malaysian Airlines airplane has never shown up. It has to be somewhere in the Indian Ocean. It has to be. Let's go. Let's go for the explosive bullets. Barely made it. Okay, you gotta bottleneck them, I see. Okay, now we're cooking. Let's see if I can bottleneck them here again in this corner. Wave 4. Oh, no you don't. Come on. Ah! Alright, I'll give it one more try, then I'll do my final thoughts. Need to see where they're coming from first. go. Right. The game's difficulty is really making me feel kind of crappy. But that's just part of the game. This game really does get progressively harder. You have to know your way around the map. And try to use it in your advantage. Over here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Whoa. It's like 9 o'clock right there. Yikes. Whoa. Okay, my main thoughts of the game. I like the visuals, like the presentation. Graphics are pretty nice. The controls very easy to pick up and play. Though the gameplay itself can get a little grueling at times. It gets progressively harder being a roguelike, obviously, so it takes a lot of time to get good. But overall, I really dig this game. I recommend it. It's currently available on Steam. There's a special discount on Steam, so try to take advantage of that as quick as possible. It's also available on PlayStation 5. It's available on Switch. If you can, get them on those platforms too. Support the indies. Thanks again to Retro Style Games for giving me a review copy of this game. I really enjoyed it. Really had a good time with this. Very challenging game overall. And if you're interested in roguelikes, I recommend this one. Feel free to pick it up on Steam, on Switch, PlayStation. Check if it's available on the Xbox console as well. Never know. It's part roguelike, part tower defense. And I really want to take my time with this type of game to see if I can explore it more in more detail, try to go deeper, no pun intended. But I really had a blast with this game. I can clearly see the comparisons to like Vampire Survivors. It really takes a while to get used to, and you really need to get good for this type of game, so pick this up when you can. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll be making more videos similar to this as time goes on as well. This is just my way to give back to the indies that are just on fire right now, and I want the indies to keep on going. So support these indie games as much as you can. All right. Take care. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time. Bye bye. See ya.